watching much more closely today, of course. Oh, that's right. Hang on one sec. I need to grab this and put it in Discord. All right. Okay. I think it should be over this far that I move it. I think. Let's see. Okay, let's start it and see how we do. Yeah, that's right. Although I need to get that on top so I can see things. What just happened? Why did I tab out when I clicked on load? Load. Weird. Okay. I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to chat today. Gonna kind of hang at this for a little bit and see if anybody starts chatting. For some reason, YouTube and Twitch seem to be the places where the chat struggles the most. Because, like I said previously, I was able to see Odyssey no problem, so. Fan on. One second. I suppose what this might mean too, given that I keep running into problems with that, this might mean I need a third monitor. Because I have my game takes up one entire monitor here. Then over here is my live stream software and my collated chat, but I don't have all of the individual chat windows over here as well. So maybe I need a third monitor just to have those in them. I don't know. It's a little, like, not awesome to have to do all of these different things, but maybe that's what's needed. I don't know. I could do it. I mean, I could do a monitor stand and have two monitors up and down plus one to the side. I realize it's only been, 6 minutes, but let me check because I feel like somebody could already have jumped on, and I don't want to. Give me a sec here. Okay, so far nobody, so we're okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start playing, and I'll just check like every 5 minutes or something.
There are small loose stones all over the place here. There are small loose...
Okay, so small loose stones. Piece of coal. Drying twigs. Okay. Exit, of course. Oh. I'm not seeing anything beyond the loose stones now. I've already got a couple of things, like the twigs, for example. But I'm not seeing anything more inside here currently. So, no. I don't know about a shovel or anything. Hmm. Oh, there's a circle. I don't remember if I saw that or not.
That could be a hole, or a symbol for a black ball. I think I've come to the right place.
What did this say again?
That has to be the same letter as the one I found in the shack. You can still read a bit of it. In case we are unable to... the evil... We fail in our goal and the order never existed. Already sacrificed. That was never my intention. If the cursed one... then... Oh, now it's looking very faint. Can't be allowed to find any trace that might lead to us. I get it. This is Miss Valley announcing that the Order should be disbanded should anything go wrong. That explains a lot. The same hieroglyphics as on the stone tablet in the cavern. These places are definitely connected.
Hmm. So not there. These? I see. It went away after I looked at it. Okay, still don't see chat. Let me check again. Okay. Because I tabbed away. We're tabbing out when I click on something in the game. Because that makes sense. What did this one say? Forgotten between weeks.
Hope is the guardian's second virtue. It nourishes the wise, but it fools the measured, who mindlessly rest on its promises.
Something is unlocked with that, or I think. There's like a little open padlock symbol in the upper left. Otherwise, I'm not sure what that is, but I think that's what that's saying. I don't know what to do on those. Hmm. But I looked around the walls inside and I didn't see any more hieroglyphs or anything, so the only thing I've noticed inside that I've not already picked up or whatever are these stones, and I don't think I can do anything with those. So I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, there were. Or did I just hit it twice? There was something else, but I think it was just stones. Yeah. Here and here or something, I think. Here and then here. I was thinking because it talks about like hope, like people, was it something resting their hopes on? Anyway, so I was thinking maybe resting something on somewhere in there, although I don't know how these represent hope, so I don't know. Maybe I need to. Now, what was the deal over here? We put the water in the holes and open, and we just found. Was it we just found the one, tomb or whatever it was? Is that what this was? I don't remember now. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then there's the holder, so we need to get the stone and put it in the holder here. That's right. That's right. And that one's in the lake, so inaccessible. This one is the academy, which collapsed, so also inaccessible. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't imagine there's anything more, but let me see if the father has something, like, if I could maybe show him the note or something. He could offer more advice or something on it. Maybe not.
Hello, Father.
Welcome back, Adrian.
Tell me, Father Frederick, Do you know anything about a black ball, like a pearl? There was one exhibited in the museum a few weeks ago, but it was stolen.
I'm not surprised that museum should be closed down. It exhibits evil and attracts people with it. It should never have been allowed to open.
And the ball? Do you know anything about it?
If it's been exhibited there, no.
He's like, I don't go inside that place.
Did you know there are burial mounds in the area?
Yes, there was a big thing about that in the papers a couple of years ago. But it doesn't surprise me. England was firmly in the hands of the pagans right into the Middle Ages. It took a long time before they were won over by real faith.
Whatever. Thanks for the help.
May the Lord be with you.
So not really anything new with him. I mean, we had conversation, but it didn't really. And what's his face isn't here now. Interesting. Is he the graveyard? Probably not. Oh, there he is. Yep. Let's actually stop for a second. Let me check chat again. I'm sorry that I'm hyper focused on this, but I'm really like paranoid now. Given the failures for the last few weeks. Okay.
Hey, Mark.
Ah, the young Gordon.
What are you doing there?
I'm burying treasure. What do you think?
Oh, I was worried you were digging a grave.
In a graveyard?
Surprised they had him. The animation had him crouch and then lay the shovel down instead of using. Because normally, when I was growing up, and we would dig a hole, or we would pause partway through, like to get a drink or something, because we were sweating. Because digging's hard work. We would take the shovel. We'd take the spade of the shovel, point it down, and we would jam it into the ground. So the handle was standing upright. So it was easy to just grab the handle and then continue on later. You didn't have to bend over and do more work. Anyway.
Have you ever heard of a black ball?
Don't tell me you're a bocce baller. Great! We need every man we can get. We've got a tournament in Ipswich on Saturday again. Can you come along?
No. I was thinking more of a mystical ball. There was one stolen from the museum a few weeks ago.
Oh, right. No, I don't know anything about that.
He sounded super disappointed. That's too bad.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
I'm happy I can write my own name, my boy.
Is that a no, then?
Yep.
There's supposed to be burial mounds around here. Have you ever seen one?
Listen, my laddie. Just because I'm the gravedigger here, it doesn't mean that I'm responsible for every pagan grave in the neighborhood. Or do you think that as soon as it's home time, I'm off out looking for burial mounds? For crying out loud, what kind of bloke do you think I am?
How do you mean? An impassioned gravedigger. You know, that would be a neat title for your autobiography. I'd better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled, lad.
I think that unlock symbol might just mean autosave, which is silly to have that be the symbol for that, but I'm actually thinking that that's what that is now. Okay.
I'll leave Ralph in peace for a bit.
For a bit. We've done like almost the whole game now. Okay. Yeah, there was previously this area over here or whatever for the mortuary. I think I'm done. No. Nope, I'm not. I mean, I could access it. I'm not saying I'll find something there, but I can access it. Car is done. That's done. Go inside, probably nothing. Yeah, even we don't even get a bunch of junky electronics or whatever anymore.
No, that's Spooner's place now. I don't want to get in his way there.
And then the computer to play the game. Okay, so nothing here. Just making sure. I figured. Okay. We've already done Willow Creek. That's where we were last time, right? If there's anything left around, like a shovel or something left around. The damp proof heat. Oh, I can grab it now? Oh.
It's a roll of damp-proof sheeting used in construction. The craftsmen should really cover the floor with it so they don't make everything filthy. I guess that's no big deal while the place is looking like it is.
Interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but that is interesting. Okay. No, 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 no. Um. Damp-proof sheeting. What if I could use that on? It wouldn't be the floor or not the floor, but the ground inside the mound, would it? I mean, hold on. I mean, I make a trip back and forth anyway. I was gonna check to see if there's a shovel or something here. Is mainly why I went back here. So, so out here probably no, or in here probably no shovel, right? Wheelbarrow, shovel. No, not grabbing either of those. We used this already. Oh, it's still active.
An empty pot. I'm guessing the guys here have heated up their lunch in it. I have no idea what I could do with a pot at the moment. I think I'll leave it here.
He says at the moment, make me wonder, but okay. Go back in here for a second.
Ugh, it's as gloomy here as in Mordred's poor soul. I'm not going any further.
Alright.
The bucket is half full of a white salt, probably for when it's icy. A power socket, but does it have an electricity supply?
We still have this where we need some kind of electricity. I mean, it hints at least that you should get electricity running or something. But I don't know. Hmm. So the shovel that was against the wall there was inaccessible. So I take it we're not grabbing a shovel or anything. I don't know. Got sleep in my eyes or eye boogers or whatever you want to call them. Scratching my eyelids. It's not great. Okay. Anyway. Is there even anything left in here to do? There's this, but that's...
Don't reckon this hole's got much more to offer.
Yeah. So now it's inaccessible. Okay, so now there really is nothing more in here. Okay, just making sure. Castle garden to the gate, I see. Okay. Yeah, and there's nothing more around here either. Okay, well. I guess let's go back to the marsh then. We have the damp-proof sheeting. I don't know if that what we're going to do with that, but maybe we'll do it for something. Use it for something. No. What I use this for? Can't think of what I would use that for. I was able to pick it up now, though. And the extension cable, I don't know what I plugged that into either. Weird. Hmm. Come on, this crazy inventory control bugs the crap out of me. Okay, we're here. Go down inside. Portal, that. Stone tablet.
Got myself a copy of the hieroglyphics now. Now I only have to find out what they mean. Okay then, there are a few signs which are in other languages as well. I'm definitely not going to find any others in here. I'm pretty sure that the script from the cavern is not in this book. Pity, but it was worth a try. There's something here on the last page. Dr. Winterbottom, thanks for the loan. The text was very enlightening. Best wishes, Edward.
Right, we already talked to Winterbottom about the symbols. Wonder if there's something in the castle library. Maybe. And again, we'll check to see if chat is busy at all. Does not seem like it. Okay. So that is great. Yeah, looks like it. So not really there. And I'm still positive there's got to be something down the one corridor where Ms. Antolini or whatever her name is was. But
I have discovered Durgam's secret. This is Victoria's jewelry. Rings, necklaces, and earrings.
there's nothing at all special about it, I guess. We still can't get in there, right? See, this would be like the damp-proof sheeting, this stuff here. All the stuff already laid down. So they don't bring tracks everywhere. But I'm trying to think where I would want to be, where I would not bring, like where I'd be walking and there'd be tracks up behind and I'd want to hide those. I don't know where that would be. Where would I try to be? The museum, if I wait long enough until night, though, I'm not going to be able to get in the museum either, right? I'm sure it's just going to be locked and then I won't be able to do anything. Let me see. Let's do armchair. I like that he has to sleep in the armchair. He can't go in a bed, apparently. I mean, we don't have to take Victoria's bed. There was, well, maybe there's only the one bedroom that we can access, actually. I don't know now. That did not look comfortable. His head was tilted all the way back. Okay, did that just make it nighttime or something? I actually can't tell if that changed the time of day. It's cloudy, but that doesn't mean... Let's go back here. See, it all seems the same gloom. It doesn't seem like it really mattered anything for time. Okay. The coal obviously we use for stuff like this. Mm. Okay, hang on. Let me look at our diary, see what we have. Where are you, Mordred? The stupid thing about a possession like this is that it's pretty one-sided. I have to drag Mordred around and be plagued by his thoughts in the form of these annoying visions, and that's whenever he seems to feel like it. If we're going to have visions at all, then I'd like to have some say about when they happen, and that's what I'm going to do now. Quitting the medication wouldn't do it, and that would take too long anyway until they were out of my system. It'd be better if I offset their effect. Dr. Winterbottom could no doubt give me 1 or 2 tips on that. I just want to watch I don't ask her too directly. Oh, I see. So maybe that's...
Hello, Doctor? Can I ask you a quick question?
Of course. Come on up.
Hi, Doc.
Adrian, what can I do for you?
I think the medication is causing me problems.
What do you mean? Are you having negative side effects? Does it make you feel sick?
I, have the feeling that it's not working like it normally does today. Could it be that I've eaten something that's reducing the effect?
Have you drunk a lot of valerian tea or St. John's wort tea? These herbs can both impede the effect.
No, tea's not really my thing.
Perhaps you've taken some antacids for stomachache or heartburn? It would be better if you didn't. Medicines containing magnesium, in combination with drinks containing caffeine, inhibit the absorption of the active component of haloparadox into the blood. I should have told you that, I'm sorry.
That means it's not only valerian and St. John's wort I need to avoid, but also stomach medicines and coffee?
Not altogether, but 1 of 2 cups of coffee a day is not so bad. Just don't overdo it.
Your cough is getting worse every day. Bye, Doc.
Look after yourself, Adrian.
The fact that he mentions that makes me think she's gonna answer. She already has emphysema, it sounds like.
Edward?
Mr. Gordon, what can I do for you?
Can I buy a whole packet of coffee here, too?
But of course, sir. What variety would you like?
The strongest.
My pleasure. That's Colombian coffee, one of my favorite varieties.
Thanks. Take care, Edward.
I'll do my best, sir.
Okay, so now he says... Yeah, don't ask too directly. What do I need to reduce the effects of the meds? Magnesium, mostly found in heartburn medications. Extra strong coffee, valerian or St. John's wort. Alright. That might be that general store now here. Maybe.
Hi. Abaya, have you got something for heartburn?
Yes. Yes, of course. I recommend bicarbonate of soda.
Does that contain magnesium?
No, it's just salt.
Have you got anything else?
If you need magnesium, you could also take an antacid. You need a prescription for it, but I'll make an exception for you.
Okay.
She's still scared of us. That's so sad.
Have you got valerian tea or St. John's wort?
I'm afraid not. But I can order it for you. It takes about 2 days.
Oh, that's too long. I need it today.
Oh, well, I don't know.
See you.
Yes.
Poor lady. We're basically just torturing her every time we show up. Check chat again. Nope. Okay. Where would we go? I can't imagine it'd be back over at the old mortuary, but maybe. There or maybe Wormhill Church, actually. Either the pastor or the gravedigger might have it, one of the two.
He looks busy, and I've got nothing to ask him at the moment.
Okay.
I don't want to distract him from his Bible studies for no reason.
Okay, so neither of them. Let's see.
No, that's Spooner's place now.
Okay, so also not there. Where else? We're not on good terms, so there's likely no, but I'm going to check here anyway.
No, it'd be...
Okay. Flotsam. Interesting. Oh. Oh, who's that?
It's just a piece of flotsam with a raven sitting on it. Nothing unusual.
Oh. We had a trippy vision.
There's no way I'm going swimming in there. It's November, it's below 0, and I'm a physics student. It'll be the death of me if I go in there. I'm possessed by... There's no way I'm possessed by Mordred.
Oh, I see. Not Jesus. I see. I just don't know if there's going to be anything around, but maybe not. Could be in the marshland too, I guess. I don't know where St. John's wort or valerian root grows. Lighthouse, probably not. Let's try back over the marsh, I think. But there might not be anything here either, right? No, nothing here. Wouldn't happen to be anything on the sides. I think it's gonna be there.
An empty pot. I'm guessing the guys here have heated up their lunch in it. And I can make myself tea or coffee with it. I'll just pour in a bit of water.
So now we have a pot, coffee.
Dry twigs. Perfect for a campfire.
So, okay, they don't happen to turn out to be something different that is what we actually want. None of this stuff even highlighted earlier, so. I mean, we're not a botanist, right? So we would need a guide to tell us when we found, like, some valerian root or St. John's wort, I think, right? Probably doesn't know what it looks like just on its own automatically.
Even if I know that there's a portal buried under all this rubble, I'd never get to it. No one would. Unless someone decides to build a subway here.
We're gonna find some kind of guide or something for getting something like St. John's wort. It's even tabbed out for no reason. Did he even say anything when I clicked on the menhir? That was... Okay. Well, whatever. If anything, I would expect it to be something out in the woods here or whatever. No. So the lighthouse. Oh, that's back to town. Okay. Didn't say to town, so I wasn't sure if that actually went the full way. This goes to the next crossroads, which then this goes to Warren Hill or whatever. Neither the gravedigger nor the pastor knew of any. Probably not Ralph. We could try to see if he knows.
I'll leave Ralph in peace.
Yeah. No, okay. I don't know where else. We don't want to talk to Murray, so obviously we're not going to get him to give us anything. Still don't want to go inside here, right? Yeah, no. I don't remember what this has. Probably nothing, right? But
You can hardly make out what used to be written there, but I assume that nothing edible has ever been served here, at least since Tom inherited the pub. I don't have any further questions for him right now. I'll just leave him in peace for now. His colleagues are guarding Buckingham Palace, only with more fur on their hats. There is no way I'm gonna donate, even if Murray's watching with his camera. He'll understand.
he'll understand, huh? Hey, Murray. Let's poke the bear, huh? Although he's not really a bear. These days he's more like toothless.
Various pamphlets on the history of Willow Creek. The river diversion, the old academy, skeletal finds, excavations, the dangers of swamps, and so on. Nothing really interesting there. All of the pamphlets were put together by this Edward guy. He seems to be really interested in history and archaeology. Sadly, there's hardly any information about the excavations or a black ball. At least nothing that helps me any.
Do we take a pamphlet with us? We could always ask Dr. Winterbottom about the pamphlet and Edward, maybe. Come on, for inventory. No. Okay. And we could still ask her, technically, I guess. Or see if we can ask her, I guess would be the better way to phrase it.
I don't want to keep the tourists from their museum visit.
there's not going to be... So it seems like nowhere else around town at this point. I don't know where I'm gonna find the herb or the herb for the tea. 2 days is too long, so it's not a time thing. We have to wait. We were just in there, so I don't imagine we have anything new, but we could try maybe the greenhouse, see if anything is growing there. Although very little grows in the greenhouse these days, right? Except weeds. It's not really been kept up since last game, where there was baits and stuff, but otherwise nothing really. Did you say there's nothing down there for it?
Don't reckon this hole's got much more to offer.
Same thing as before, okay. Wonder why it popped up again as accessible. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else. What other threads we've got? So we've got 2 of the 3, but I need this, and I don't know. Down more at the back in broadcast, which is light. There's a bracket thing right next to the portal. Yeah. Found an old metal detector. Battery, signal receiver. We don't have the metal detector on us anymore, right? I'm pretty sure we don't. That got removed after we found the bear traps and stuff, I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. No. What part of clicking the diary do you think is walking around, game? I don't know why this isn't scratched off since the metal detector's not even around anymore, but whatever. It's fine, I guess. This is all the stuff with the Miniers, but I mean, now that we've actually found the thing, I don't know. Some of this stuff, like most of the stuff gets scratched out or whatever, and then some of it doesn't, and I don't know why it doesn't get scratched out. But okay. Sure. St. John's Wort. Where in the crap am I going to find that? So I've already been through all the kitchen, right? Unless something new activated, there shouldn't be anything in the kitchen. We obviously got to grab the pot now, but otherwise... Yeah, these are all empty these days, right? And I'm pretty sure I tried looking in here for a book and nothing was available. We'll check again since we now have the whole, these are the things you need that interfere with it, with your prescription. Excuse me. And that's just the thing that holds up the house. Obviously, it's not going to have anything like St. John's wort. It's just her jewelry in here, right? I don't think... There are boxes over here, but I don't think that we can do anything with them, right? Like little small containers, yeah. Let's see anything.
The door is locked.
These don't work, of course. Still. There's got to be some way to open that, right?
Strange. None of the keys fit. I don't know. I can't think of anywhere that I've not already tried. So that's the thing is our guy, like, Adrian would not know, I don't think. Because again, not a botanist, he's a physics student. I don't think he would know what St. John's wort or valerian root would look like. So I don't know how he's going to recognize it anyway. I mean, we already talked to him. We could ask him again, see if he knows anything. What's his name? Can't remember our future butler's name. Edward or something? I don't remember. Later. I've asked all I want to know for the moment.
Okay, so that's it for that. We got nothing more, I'm sure, right?
The sales girl was terrified of me.
Yeah. So, no there. It takes a couple days to get it in. It's too long. We don't want to wait. So we got to find some. I have no idea how I do that. Heard a little tiny spot where there's like the little tick, like when you hover over something. Right around here. It's not okay. Just the fact that it was making the noise was confusing to me. Like, why is it making the noise if I can't do anything with it though? Like when you do this over here, same noise. But I guess it's not doing anything. Anyway, I don't think we want to talk to her again.
I don't want to disturb her.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna like doing this, but since I can't figure out where I'm gonna go to get that, I'm gonna consult a walkthrough. Give me a second. I'm also gonna check chats. Still no. To be fair, it's the holiday season, so I don't necessarily expect people to be online watching, but I'm just saying. I was checking, did not find. So we have seen it. When you move the carpet so that you can go like get to the tiles that then do the trap door and go down to the well shaft, he does there's a plant, Tumulus valerian, but when I went to the greenhouse this time, I couldn't access anything else in. I thought I went all around the greenhouse already. I must have missed that somehow. Okay, let's. Because I was gonna say I've been there. I checked. I missed. Apparently, it's by the window. Oh, I think I went over here. I did check around. I just missed. That's why. Okay. Yeah, that's valerian root. Gonna have valerian root.
Tumulus valerian. That's exactly what I'm after. And the plant's already dried out. Ought to burn well, that stuff.
Alright. Oh. Now, what does he say? I just scribbled it off. Okay, so. Okay, so if I go. Where am I cooking this? He took the pot with him. So I'm not. He said he wanted to add water to this, and then there was a sound of water being added. So I assume there's water already. So. We need to go out to one of the spots. Is that what we're looking for? So go out here, maybe. Here. Inside again. Oh, now these have a tool icon.
I'll put the stones in the middle of the chamber. That'll give me a small fire hearth.
Ah, it's a little smiley face. Very nice.
A hearth. Well, it's just a circle of stones right now.
Alright, so we want dried twigs there, right?
That makes enough combustible material for a small fire. Father and son by the campfire. How touching.
Mordred's not your father. Stop thinking like that. He's not your
The
friend.
water ought to boil soon. Damn, all that beautiful smoke's going outside. I ought to put the sheeting on from the outside.
I see.
Cool. That'll keep all the smoke in the burial chamber for sure.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna stink like a kipper when I get out of here. Not exactly the best deodorant for an unjustly alleged arsonist. Oh, I'm already feeling a bit weird, woozy, like I've been wrapped in wool. But that's not enough. Something's still missing. And now today, the Turkish variety. I'll crush the tablets first so that they
Hey, Mary.
dissolve faster.
Welcome.
What the hell am I getting into here, for Pete's sake? So what? It's not gonna kill me. And if it does, then I'm already in a tomb, aren't I? Ugh. This is working better than I thought.
Nope, I was not. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you. Yeah.
Ugh, my head. Ugh. My pills, I need them urgently. Damn it! Ugh, I never thought it'd be so intense. How long was I out for? Well, anyway, I've seen the ball thing. They hid them here in the tomb. Somewhere in a wall.
Okay, hang on. Yeah. I actually wish I would save the game right before doing all that, since the thing went blank, so that you could have seen the thing better, but whatever. Okay.
The medication that Dr. Winterbottom prescribed for me. Halo Paradox. For the treatment of the info on for inhalation and under interactions.
Okay. And then, oh, I thought he said he needs to take his medication. Are we not going to take it? I guess not. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so somewhere in the walls here, a black mold.
Ooh. This mold wasn't here before. Or was it? What can that mean? This figure in my vision has done something with the ball here. Well, that was weird. But anyway, I've got what I wanted. Thanks, Mordred.
I would not have reached my hand over by black mold. A ball or no. Okay. Okay, so we want now to go back to the stone circle in the woods. Yeah, I turned off my capture just temporarily while I was consulting a walkthrough, because I didn't want to. I review footage later, my video footage later. I didn't want to. When I consult a walkthrough, I try to do stuff blind. If I consult a walkthrough, I try to look for the one piece of information I'm missing, which was that there was a plant I missed in the greenhouse. Anyway, and so because I missed the one piece of that one bit of information, that let me move forward. But I try not to consult anything else. I want just that one thing I'm missing. But I also review footage of my videos later. Depends. Not always, but often. And so if I'm reviewing it, I want to make sure that I'm not seeing anything more than what I wanted to see. So I really appreciate you pointing that out, because I had no idea. The whole rest of the stream would have been no video whatsoever from the game. That would have been less effective. Less helpful. Alright. Put this in the holder. There's still some things back at Black Mirror Castle that we've not sorted out, which I'm frankly surprised we're doing this without sorting that other stuff out, but like where Sister Antolini had been.
Believe in what I'm seeing right now.
I like Sister Antolini's room, we never got into there. That's surprising. I would think there'd be some way of getting into where she was and looking into some of the stuff she was doing. But
It worked. The portal's open.
Opening mechanism for the portal.
I mean, is that what we're doing now? Is we're just gonna go in? I guess. Oh, I put 013. Whatever. Let's delete that. Yeah, I guess we'll enter. I don't know. Find out what's going on.
The Academy. That brings back some memories. Bad ones. I kinda hoped to come out in the ritual chamber. Looks like the portal hadn't been completely activated. Not good. The way it's looking, I'm gonna be here longer than I planned for.
Alright. Lewis's corpse,
That
yeah.
must be Lewis. Or what's left of him, at least. Angelina wouldn't have got all that far without his help. He let himself be used by her. Just like I did. But never mind what kind of a guy he was. I still have to feel just a bit sorry for him. Let's see if the guy's got anything else on him, apart from bugs. Keep nice and still. Ugh. Something about this corpse feels quite nicely alive. Must be something to do with the circle of life. A note to Lewis from Angelina. A letter to Lewis from Angelina. Lewis, I've taken care of Valley. She's not gonna cause us any more trouble. You deal with the people at the castle. Best thing would be to just set the place on fire. Just make sure that the American comes out of it at least half okay. I need him alive. Bring him to the academy as quickly as possible. I'm gonna try to be there with Catherine ahead of you. You'll get your money as soon as I've got what I want. Angelina.
This is one of the... I mean, the fact that Catherine dies as well is obviously sad. This is one of the most tragic parts of this whole overarching story through the series, though, right? Because Vic Valley gets sacrificed in the first one. And then in the second, in Black Mirror 2, so the last game, his older sister gets sacrificed. And now she keeps getting brought up in this third game, too. It's just a big family tragedy, dude. Like, every single person in that damn family... Well, I don't know about everybody. I don't know about the parents. But, like, all the kids in that family died. Sucks.
Obviously, all I need to do is make sure that Spooner finds this note on Lewis's corpse. And that'll mean I'll be off of the hook at last. But it's impossible for me to let him in here. In doing that, I might just as well sell off my family secret and have Mordred tattooed on my forehead. I'll think of something or other.
Drag Lewis's body outside. Gross.
Lewis looks like he's been eaten up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he has been dead for... How long were we in prison? 14 days or something? I don't remember. Something.
These nasty devil characters are all over the place. Look like galleon figureheads. You used to be able to open these doors using a mechanism. That's been destroyed, though. To keep them shut forever.
Yeah, you right, exactly. Okay, let me just check and make sure there's no other. I've had some issues with some of the chats not always um showing up when people are posting. Let me just make sure. So you're obviously you're cool on Twitch. So Twitch is no problem. And I don't have any other chats from any of my other channels right now. So okay, just making sure. It's always best to put that in front. It's always best to check. I've run into problems where sometimes people are like, hello, and it's not showing up like it is for you here. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know why it's not showing up. So it's good to check to make sure.
Whoa, they've really been having fun around here. The floor is littered with empty cartridges. Someone's fired off magazine after magazine here. Did the Order members want to make the Academy collapse? Well, they were pretty damn successful with the entrance, at least.
Yeah, that is interesting because in the last game we didn't have all this stuff here, making me wonder, did they enter after the fact? I don't know. Interesting.
That goes a long way down. And there's that weird light again.
Stone trap.
Whoever
here,
built
yeah.
the traps certainly didn't go in for half measures. If you got that on your head, you wouldn't have to worry about getting a headache anymore. Normally, you'd take this route here, but it looks pretty blocked up.
Yeah, this is actually the stuff that collapsed when you're outside and you go to the academy. You see the ruins and just a big pile of rubble. This is the same. This is that other side of that rubble, I think. Columns.
The columns are standing on bases that are set deep into the ground. No end in sight. There are bullet holes all around here. Those Order people must have been going crazy, shooting all over the place. But why would they have been shooting all around themselves? Might it have had something to do with Angelina's ritual? Or were they doing that to make the Academy collapse? Well, whatever. I ought to make sure I get myself out of here in one piece. I've got to get the portal open somehow. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up something like Lewis.
But I don't have the black ball anymore to put in the holder.
The last time I was here, there was a black ball lying in this holder. Somebody must have taken it out. I can only hope that it's still lying around here somewhere.
Yeah, because we have the black ball on the other side, which means that we don't have a way to open from this side.
These stone flags used to be deadly traps. Once you stepped on one, something would either drop from above or a door would open up. The mechanism's broken now. At least I hope it is. Lewis looks like he's been eaten.
Okay, so that's all that's left with that. somewhere around here he says there should be a black ball. I mean, well, he hopes there's a black ball, so since we did not get a game over, I'm assuming there is one. But I don't know. Cannot go this way anymore, which is the way we needed to go with Angelina and Catherine before. So our mom and sister before. This should be the same thing you said before, right? That it's all collapsed in. Or maybe not.
There's a piece of black material.
Oh.
Oh, that must be a member of the Order. Killed by the falling rocks and all that chaos. Unrecognizable from here, though. No chance. There's a gap here between the stones. But I can't recognize anything. It's much too dark in there. And I can't feel anything either. No chance. My arm's blocking the view. I can't see a thing.
So we need some kind of... Nope. So we're not going to use the coal, which is fair. I mean, coal is not easy to light. You have to burn for quite a bit before the coal ignites and stays. Oh, there's another gap over here. Maybe this side.
That's a small gap. Much too dark to see anything at all. No chance. My arm's blocking the view. I can't see a thing.
Okay, so we got to somehow expand the rift. How am I going to do that? Oh, I could do the camera maybe, though, and take a picture.
That ought to do it.
There we go.
Yes, there's the black ball. In a dead person's hand. And behind that, the other opening. If I only had something like a stick, I could push the ball out on the other side.
Stick, though. Thanks. Pencil is kind of like a stick. I don't think it's long enough, though. Yeah. No. Use his bones, gross though
It's
it is.
pretty damn grisly for sure, but...
Yeah. Remove his arm. Yeah.
I could use Lewis's arm as an extension to get to the black
Gross.
ball.
Dude, that is macabre. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I mean, that's what I would do if I were down there. If I couldn't find a stick, I'd be like, well, I mean, his bones kind of are a stick. He's already dead.
Good. The ball's a bit closer to the other opening now.
Please, okay, I was like, please tell me we don't have the arm anymore. Gross. Alright.
Gotcha. Now let's get out of here.
Adrian Gordon,
Grand Master of Portal Magic. Let's hope that the portal will send me directly to Mordred's book. It worked. I'm in the ritual chamber.
Throne. Jeez.
could be the throne of the devil.
I was gonna say that's a little, not that Mordred would not have been, right? But that's a little egotistical. I need a throne.
Whoa. For a moment, I thought Mordred was sitting there.
Like, I'm so amazing. I need my throne. Dur.
There are several holders here. Is it going to be about which one the ball goes into? That would be theoretically, even physically explicable. But I'd rather not try it.
Wall of skulls. Gosh. This isn't evil at all.
Human skulls. Finely hewn from the stone. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully it's not actual human stones with mortar in between or something. Yeah. That would not be awesome.
The abyss my mother fell into.
Yeah.
No idea what language that is. And I don't really want to know. It certainly can't mean anything good in here.
It's fair. It's definitely fair to say that. A chamber for sacrificing people or whatever in order to summon the spirit of an evil man who just wants revenge and suffering. I mean, that's... yeah. Okay, let's save it again since we're... this far.
Everything's in the book.
Solo care, busadire.
Yikes. Not like we were getting involved with something that wasn't dangerous, but still. Yikes.
Pull yourself together, Adrian.
Amena vei busadire.
Yeah. Am I on something?
To own a body once again. What unimaginable. unimaginable power. Now I can complete my work.
Ruh-roh, are we entirely possessed with no way out? Ah, so the wolves answer to us now. Jeez. This obviously took a dark turn.
Where is he? Where's Darren? What have you done with our son?
He's dead.
No, please. That can't be.
He was too weak. I wanted to make him stronger. He could have been much more powerful than I. Out of my way, woman!
Whoa, what? So she just fought and purged Mordred from us, I guess, or something? I'm not sure what exactly happened. So it seems like is she destroyed Mordred or something.
No! Is that me? Where am I? In the castle? This has to be the locked room. How the hell did I get in here? Damn blackouts. But Mordred is strong. I can feel him. I don't have a lot of time left.
Alright, so now the next step is... Because we're trying to purge Mordred, right? And stop the curse, so... Black Eyes Mordred is strong. He was even stronger yesterday. He's almost won. If it weren't for the White Lady... Now I'm sitting in the room which was locked the last few days. Could it have been me who kicked the door in? I don't know. At least I got Mordred's book. Now I can finally overcome him? Question mark. Okay, yeah. So we don't even know if we're going to be successful in doing that. But so note's going to be important. It's looking like mostly just examination stuff. Well, there's wardrobe too. Okay, let's examine. We'll just go around the room.
Ugh. Now I can see that I look as bad as I feel.
I mean, I don't think you've showered or bathed in a few days, bro. So I'm just going to go on a limb and say you're nasty. I mean, you've been in the swamp. You've been down in, like, mortuary, like lying with a corpse when you were trapped, locked in there. You were handling a dead body when you took Lewis's arm and stuff. I mean, you're not exactly in clean state right now.
There are a few shards lying under the table. There are a few shards.
Okay, I don't... Apparently that's just something he notices, but we can't do anything with those, so... Interesting. Anyway.
So I didn't dream it. It actually happened. That's the book from the ritual chamber. Mordred's book. The pages are empty. Damn. Can't be.
What the? Everything is in the book, and now there's nothing in the book.
Okay. Keep calm.
Yeah, take your medication, dude.
Remember, in the ritual chamber with Angelina, the blood of a male Gordon. If I drop some of my blood onto the book, then the writings ought to become visible.
Okay, let's do this first. The note might be
Hey,
a warning or something.
I definitely know that from somewhere.
This is yet another one of our mystery helper.
The highest virtue is faith, as much in himself as in God. These notes, who's writing them to me? Am I writing them myself? Or Mordred?
Mordred would not talk about faith in God. He's like basically he's effectively become a demon that wants to possess you. So I'm pretty sure he would not say anything about God in his note. He would say maybe faith in yourself. I don't think he would mention God.
There's a rope dangling right in front of the window. Or is it a noose? Better take it, I guess.
Okay, so we need some of our own blood. I don't have a knife or something on me, so I wonder... This would give... wouldn't... So pencils don't use lead anymore to be graphite. Graphite... There's not really... As far as I know, there's not really graphite poisoning, but there would be infection potential. So I don't think we're going to use the pencil. Or the key, which would be, again, infection potential. Keys typically are not clean items. Oh, we're going to take a shard and cut ourselves? Still infection, but I guess that's... It looks with the hand, so maybe. We need to get, like, serious...
A piece of glass. That ought to do it.
Get serious medical supplies in here.
Ow.
I mean, you just stabbed yourself, so... Obviously. Wow. That's an awful lot of bleeding.
Not a single letter. Stop. Here. Here's something. I know, it's just Mordred's dumbass summoning formula. All that for nothing.
You're a fan of Mordred and his summoning formula, clearly.
But I have to do something. I can't just let Mordred win. I'd rather be dead than a centuries-old murderer. My father, he's already trodden this path. It might be the simplest way, but it's also the most effective. Without me, there is no Mordred. My death will be his as well. I've got no other choice.
Is that how it ends? We're just gonna off ourselves? Dude.
The Gordons, centuries-old family. Cursed right down to the very last descendant. And I am him. The story of the Gordons ends with me.
No! Mr. Gordon! Adrian, don't do it!
Go away!
Come down, Adrian. You can't do that. There is another way.
What do you know?
More than you think. I can help you beat the curse. Trust me, please. Come down here. Please!
Who sent you, and why?
My employer is the Vatican. Have you ever heard of the Apostolic Visitation? We're mainly concerned with supernatural phenomena, what are commonly known as miracles.
The Vatican. There I was, thinking it couldn't get much worse, and then the church comes knocking at the door.
I was sent here because we had been informed that Black Mirror Castle had burned down. It was apparently just a routine mission. I was to sort out legal matters and release the funds for the Gordons to rebuild the castle. But then I found out that Victoria Gordon was on her deathbed, and that Angelina was nowhere to be found. My task then became to secure the Gordons' inheritance and to minimize the effects of the curse as best I could.
The effects of the curse. The Gordon's inheritance?
Adrian, your eyes.
Yeah, I know. They're black. What do you know about the curse of the Gordons?
Mordred wanted immortality and power. He somehow anchored his soul in the mirror, but he was caught during a ritual by his brother. Shortly before his death, he cursed Marcus's descendants to collect souls, in order that he could be called back into life with them. And it would seem it worked, judging by your eyes.
Collect souls? You mean kill people?
Yes.
You're wrong. I haven't killed anyone, and still Mordred lives in me.
As far as I can gather, your twin sister, Angelina, did that for you. We got it all wrong. Angelina was originally supposed to take over the Guardian role. We didn't know anything about you. We thought the last male Gordon committed suicide 12 years ago.
What do you mean, Guardian role? You mean to guard these portals, right?
That is the Gordons' inheritance. The Guardians are people of pure heart, who were chosen by the Church a long time ago to guard the Black Mirror.
The Black Mirror?
Yes, a great mirror, which also serves as an ancient portal and lies deep beneath the castle. Marcus Gordon took over this duty and passed it on to his children.
But how should a Gordon stay pure of heart if they're all destined to murder?
Your family has produced more Guardians than it has murderers. Only Marcus's descendants are in a position to resist the Black Mirror. We still don't know why. However, we don't have any time now to research the exact reason for this, and then find an alternative Guardian from outside the Gordon family.
So, I'm definitely your last hope then. How do you know all this?
From the Vatican archives, and also from this book here, which I found in the library. It's the Book of the Guardians.
Well, congratulations, and thanks for stopping by. Slicer, I guess? I'm assuming that's your name. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, though. Yeah, I stream every week. I stream around this time. I mean, I started almost 2 hours ago. So if you are able in the future to go like an hour earlier than now or something, you'll catch more of my stream. But yeah, I go basically from about like today I'm streaming longer than normal, okay? Normally I would have about 4 minutes left of the stream, although it's not strict. I just, around 2 hours in total. This is nearing the 2 hour mark. But last week I had some technical difficulties where people were not showing up in chat and I had a problem with my eye. I'm not going to get into it, but basically, anyway, I only did an hour last week, so I'm doing an extra hour today. So we still have like a little over an hour left. Slacer, okay. Perfect. And Draina. I see. Yeah, so anyway, I stream, 14 hours ago, 14, 15, 16. 16 hours ago, I did a stream. I did this stream starting about 2 hours ago. And then in about 8 hours from now, I will stream again. So I stream 3 times a week, or 3 times on the weekend. And I do on Odyssey among all the other platforms. I do YouTube, Odyssey, Kick, and Twitch. So anyway, so FYI, I will be doing regularly on Odyssey. So if you enjoy the content, this is a regular stream if you can ever make it. Okay, yeah, so let's find out how we're going to get Mordred, like, permanently banished or something.
There are no longer any Guardians of pure heart here, just Mordred.
Adrian, right from birth, you were destined to become a Guardian. Without Angelina, Mordred's curse would never have passed over to you. Victoria would never have wanted nor permitted you to kill yourself. Do you want to simply ignore her final wishes? Adrian, if you're going to kill yourself, everything could only get worse. If there were no longer any guardians, then the Black Mirror would be open to all. The mirror would enslave the weak and bring Mordred back into the world of the living. And the Black Mirror will be unprotected. Victoria would have never allowed you to commit suicide. Are you going to simply ignore Victoria's last will?
All right, then. I'll give you one chance.
Yeah, no problem. And appreciate the follow. Thanks. So what is this for? Oh, it's a solution. It's like a maze. I'm like, it's a maze. I'm like, what the heck does that have to do with the price of rice? But I guess, okay.
Did I understand that correctly? I'm the last Gordon of Marcus's lineage, and therefore also the last Guardian? But I can't guard the portal because a cursed part of me, the Mordred part, wants to open the portal. And if I kill myself, the portal can be opened because there are no more Guardians.
Something like that. Yes.
So, what do you suggest?
An exorcism. In the church.
An exorcism?
It's an ancient ritual. Long before there were Christians, ghosts and demons were being cast out of people. It works. You only have to believe in it, Adrian.
I'm possessed by the devil. Don't talk to me about belief. Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you, Adrian. And now let's go to the church. We should complete the exorcism before nightfall.
He's like, okay, I'm possessed by a demon. At this point, I think I pretty much believe everything.
How does this person get to work for the Vatican?
Later.
He's like bad casual conversation.
Holy
Bro, we're on
Mother
time
in
crunch.
heaven.
Yeah, a good day to you too, Father.
Prioress Antolini, welcome back. You've arrived at just the right time.
Now do you see why I was in such a hurry?
Miss Antolini has had an idea about how to solve my problem.
Yes, I've been informed. The Archbishop has told me about it himself.
5 minutes later, and you would have had to inform Mark as well.
Father, have you ever performed an exorcism?
I've been the priest for the whole manor of Black Mirror for years. Everyone here has been baptized by me, and my words accompany them to the grave, too. I've taken the confessions of murderers, and I...
Father, have you or haven't you?
I was like...
No, not in practice. But I do have the theoretical knowledge, of course.
Oh, great. I'm the guinea pig.
Adrian, I've been trained for something like this. I've studied the Rituale Romanum several times. And if Prioress Antolini thinks it's the best option, then I agree with her. After all, she is, well,
I've already told Adrian who I work for, but I'm afraid we don't have time to discuss this for hours on end.
Good. Then let's begin the preparations.
Okay, and what can I do?
We need information. So the more we know about the demon, the better.
We already have his name, so we can address him. Do you know any more about him?
What would be important?
It would be good to know how he sinned. And a personal item. Something that anchors him in this world.
Then I'll get searching.
But be quick. I'll prepare everything with the priest.
Yeah, I doubt there's actually a time limit, but let me save just in case, so that I don't run out of time and get a game over. We're gonna do this just 14. Okay. Oh, whoops. Huh. I just saved over the last spot, but called it. Well, whatever. Okay, that's fine. I meant to save a new spot, but that's fine. I mean, his book clearly is going to be a personal item, right? I think that first of all, I don't think the black balls are personal items of his. Probably not. They're just generally used. It could be, but probably not. And also, I don't know that we're gonna be able to grab those. Yeah, let's try his book. His book.
Good day, sir.
Oh,
Edward, I completely forgotten about him. Hi, Edward. I didn't expect you so soon.
If it's inconvenient, I could come back another time.
Why are you here again?
You said I should come by during the course of the day, about an eventual position as butler.
Oh, yes. Excuse me, Edward. As you see, I don't really have time just now, and...
Perhaps I can help you.
Actually, there is something. It would be great if you could deliver this letter to Inspector Spooner. Tell him I found it while tidying up the greenhouse.
Of course, sir.
You're not gonna tell anyone else about it. The thing with my eyes, I mean?
Most certainly not, sir. Discretion is the most important virtue of a butler.
Good man. In other circumstances, he'd be the perfect new Bates.
like it's like, yeah, just discretion until you get deaded in your sleep or something psychotic by the Gordons. But if we get this curse taken care of, then he would be fine. Obviously. Okay, let's... I don't know why I went the long way. I could just go straight with my map to here, but whatever. Okay, so back to the back room again. Alright, that's personal.
Even if the pages are blank, maybe the book will be useful for the exorcism. Who knows? It did once belong to Mordred, after all.
Okay. I don't remember seeing anything else of his, at least that we knew was his, that would be personal. Let me think. Greenhouse, no. Out in the garden or the front, no. The skull that fell, but I don't think that's out. It's just a carved stone skull, I think. So that's not going to be personal for him. Because most of the stuff that's at Blackmere Castle would have been Marcus's, not Mordred's, right? Yeah, I can't think of anything. We could go to the burial chamber, like I was saying before. It's possible. I don't know that it will be. Oh, maybe we can't even go there. Okay. I was going to say it's possible that we grab a ball from there, but it doesn't look like it. We can't even go there. So not those. Is there anything else anywhere that I could think of that would have been a personal item of Mordred's? I think that's going to have to do. Let's go back to the church and see if that's good enough. He knocks and then opens with nobody saying anything.
Ah, Adrian. There you are.
He shouldn't normally have to knock anyway. It's a church. But also, if he knocks and then doesn't wait for anybody, like, what's the point of knocking? Anyway.
I've sorted everything out with Valentina for now. Father Frederick.
My son?
I found a book that belonged to Mordred, but all the pages are blank.
How do you know it belonged to him, then?
It's from his grave.
We can divert his attention from you with it. You'd better give that to me. Have you found out anything else?
No, not yet. But I'm trying my best.
So we did not already know enough. Okay, so I guess we need to go back to Blackmere Castle. Yeah. The library. The thing is, there's in the first game. So you go in the library here. Okay. In the first game, we had a better angle. We could get farther. Like, we could walk past this table over to the back of the room, and there's the big tome that had the entire family history. We can't access that from this angle. So I don't know how we find, other than this maybe, I don't know how we find family history on him. None of the books here on the shelves are accessible. And the column just holds up the building, is all he says, right?
In the corner, there's a richly ornamented mighty column. The weight of the castle rests on it.
Yeah. So, okay. Maybe something more here? I don't know. Don't have high hopes for it, but maybe.
Mordred. Ah, he's down here. All on his own. Strange. Didn't Victoria say he was married? And even had a kid? Why aren't they on here? I don't have the time to read everything, but at first glance, it looks like it's just full of stories about the White Lady. It even tells here about how she died. In the final duel with my brother, she threw herself between us to stop the bloodshed, but he was no longer the brother I once knew. The evil had corrupted him too much. How great must this power have been to make him forget all of the battles in which we had fought together side by side? How incessantly overpowering must the evil be to make him forget just how much he had loved his wife Maria. His blade pierced her heart and snapped as though it were made from glass. That was also the end of my brother. But then with his final breath, he cursed me and all my descendants. I killed my brother. I will never be able to forgive myself for that. His final resting place will be in our chapel. May God have mercy on his soul.
Some supreme voice acting. They actually have improved.
That must be a transcript from Marcus's writings.
They've actually improved over the series a little bit. In the first game, not everybody. So the voice actress who does Victoria, I think she's the same throughout all three games. She's good, mostly. There are a couple places where some of her lines are delivered a little bit drier than I would want, like with less emotion than I would expect. Almost like, and this is kind of the impression I got from several of the other voice actors as well, where I was not impressed. It seems like they're bored in delivering their lines. They're not super excited about it. So there's that. The actor playing voicing Adrian, it's in the same voice actor from the last game and this game. He does a pretty good job most of the time. Does like his sarcasm or sardonic responses or whatever. Mostly okay. There are a couple places where it's less, it's like slightly less quality. But mostly it's all right. It's I'd say above average quality. It's not out of control amazing, but it's not horrible. It's all right. They have a couple of voice actors that do a very good job. I think the voice actress in the last game that played Angelina, I think she did an excellent job. I think actually I think the voice actress that did Catherine in the last game did great also. Well, when we first met her, maybe not as much, but when she was in the ritual chamber, I think she did really well. And then the father in this one is all right. He's like above average, not great, but he's all right. And Sister Antolini is all right. She's okay. The guy playing the gravedigger at the church is great. I think he does a really good job actually. But yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. You know, I don't get the impression they had too big of a budget when they were doing this. So it feels like maybe that's why sometimes, you know, they got what they could get. Sometimes they ended up with a really good voice actor, and sometimes they ended up with, like the inspector in this one, Inspector Spooner. Okay, he's below average. He's not good. Like, really. It sounds like somebody trying to fake. Is it supposed to be Irish? I can't tell, actually. And that's part of the problem. I think it's Irish or possibly Welsh. Maybe it's Welsh. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm not impressed with him. It sounds like somebody trying to do the accent, not actually somebody who has the accent. If you don't have the accent, but you're gonna try to do it, you want to make sure you sound like you actually have the accent at least. You think so? Maybe. Yeah. Could be. Okay, hang on one sec. Did more come through on your chat and it didn't show up in the thing for some reason? Let me see. Oh, no. Looks like maybe you just accidentally hit enter or something early. Bumped enter or something. It cuts off, and I thought maybe the chat cut off, but it looks like your message cut off. I was joking about the lines delivered, but it doesn't break the immersion, so good stuff. Yeah, I mean, well, and that's fine. But to be fair, a fair assessment, I think, is that it's all right, but not. It's kind of hit or miss. You get that with a lot of games that are less well known. Whoops, why did I do that? Not that. I meant this. You get that with a lot of games that are less well known. And this is well known within a certain portion of the gaming community. But, I mean, if I were going to talk to a lot of gamers, they probably would not have any idea what series I was even talking about. Just depends. Obviously, you probably have to first kind of lower the number of total gamers down to the niche of point and click, and then out of point and click down to the niche of horror point and click, or the reverse, and then people who happen to have done this specifically, because there are other horror games too. Like there's the whole what's it called? It's not Thomas Paine. What is it? Thomas Paine is actually a real person. It's the Adam. Crap! What was this? What was the name? What was it called? Why am I having a brain fart? Anyway, yeah, I can't think of. Anyway, there are several other horror point and clicks as well. So you have to kind of narrow, and then have people happen to be familiar with this. I guess my point is just because this was not as well known, it doesn't feel like overall in the gaming community, they probably didn't have as much financial support when they made this, so they could only afford the voice acting they could afford, right? Plus, when this was first starting out, it was a new game, the first game, right? So they've improved a little bit as you progress. They get better voice acting for some of the people as you move forward in the series. So there's that too, right? The first game, pretty much an unknown studio, going to a community that's also kind of small. So, anyway.
Father Frederick.
My son?
Mordred's wife was called Maria.
Ah, that's good to know. Those are worldly, familial things. I'm sure we can address Mordred with that, particularly if he loved her.
Well, he murdered her with a sword.
Oh, that's excellent.
What?
For our purposes.
I was like, careful how you say that.
Now we have enough information.
Phrasing, bro. Phrasing.
Okay, so what happens now?
Just lie down here and trust in Jesus, our Lord. Miss Antolini, are you recording?
This is the exorcism of Adrian Gordon, present our Father Frederick, pastor of the Church of Wormhill, as conducting exorcist, and as witness and doctor, Prioress Valentina Antolini.
It has begun. Let us pray.
Yeah, see
In
the voice.
nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Amen.
Amen. Most glorious Prince of the heavenly armies, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battle against principalities and powers, against the rulers of this world of darkness, against the spirits of wickedness in the high places. Come to the assistance of men whom God has created to his likeness, and whom he has redeemed at a great price from the tyranny of the devil. We know your name, demon, you that calls itself Mordred. Release Adrian, I command you in the name of our Lord.
Stoop down in pure spirit.
Mordred, you who made yourself guilty during life and therefore remain guilty in death and beyond, go to the hell in which you belong. Go into purgatory, where you should burn sinner for all your deeds.
Behold the cross of the Lord.
Mordred, you who has raised the weapon against your brother Marcus, you who murdered your wife with a blade of your sword, Maria, whose soul has found no peace since then.
Behold the cross of the Lord.
Guilty you are, Mordred, and guilty you will always be. Bow beneath the all-powerful hand of God. Release Adrian and go there where you can receive the vengeance of God.
Father Frederick.
I saw it. He spoke to me. It's the wrong place. There's nowhere for him to go here. Not from his world.
Oh, Father.
Damn. That did not how I go how I thought it would.
Adrian. Adrian, wake up!
That was a really short chapter. Really short chapter. Yeah, the voice actor for the father was quite good. Yeah. Also, Sister Antolini's I think is decent. I think she's above average for sure.
Thank you again for helping me bring Adrian to the castle.
But of course, miss. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, not at the moment.
Then I'll come over again tomorrow. Have a nice day.
See you. As long as Adrian's still asleep, I should let the Archbishop know about the current state of affairs.
Oh, multiple protagonists, so we're playing Sister Antolini now. Interesting. Okay. Let me pause. Let me use the restroom or the bathroom really fast. I'll be right back. Okay, give me just a second here. I'm just going to reorganize stuff slightly. Okay. Just for later on, so I've got a better. Yeah. So I screwed up. This will be easier for me later if I, for some reason, need to reload something to remember a part of the game or whatever. So. Thanks. Yeah, you too, Drana. Thanks for stopping in. And yeah, I mean, obviously you can view any of those platforms, whichever works most for you. If you want to stick with Odyssey, obviously that's great. More people on Odyssey watch, the bigger that'll grow. So thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for your support. And thanks for following. Okay.
The floor of the library is higher than the rest of the rooms on the ground floor. Perhaps the secret entrance is hidden under it. Or maybe just old-fashioned underfloor heating. The floor, perhaps the...
Okay.
Mainly lexicons and biographies about British lords. I found a book about the Guardians here. Mainly... There's only English literature here. Shakespeare, etc. I've already read them all. There's only... A mighty pillar. The wooden cladding is decorated with carvings. A mighty pillar. The Gordon family tree. Many of the guardians were women. Isabella, Emily, Rosa, but also Marcus Gordon, Albert, and Durham. There are records on them in the Vatican Library. The Gordon men, but also...
Yes, that's just about it in here.
I have to speak.
Oh, what?
I have to speak to the Archbishop urgently first.
I see.
I let the dictaphone run during the exorcism. I can't understand a word, even though I understand quite a few languages. But that must be a very, very old one. It's for an emergency, in case... Yeah, well, Mordred attacks me. Matches. They're from a cafe in London where I met the Archbishop a few days ago. The Bible gave me much strength when I needed it. I think everyone should read it at least once. The Gordon file from the Vatican Archives. The last entry is from 1923. It notes the handing over of the guardian position to Victoria Gordon. Right at the front of the file is a copy of a letter from Marcus Gordon. In it, he says that the entrance to the Shade Portal is sealed with an altar. The underground chapel was consecrated and prevents the Shades from entering the catacombs.
Ah. So I guess we're doing a phone call.
Your Grace, this is Prioress Antolini. There were complications. The exorcism failed. No, I don't think that was the reason. Yes. Yes, but that only makes sense if the demon is unknown. Correct, Your Grace. We underestimated his strength. Father Frederick is dead. He was thrown across the room, and I... Okay. No. The Guardian is doing well considering the circumstances. Yes, Your Grace. I understand. I also think that the location is crucial. The Guardian had an image of Pictish glyphs with him, the same as those engraved on a shade portal. That's exactly where the demon must be forced back. Yes, into the Black Mirror. It'll be no problem to get there. The demon itself tries to force its way to the mirror. It's drawn to it like a magnet. He won't cause us any problems until then. On the contrary, Guardian and demon will be hard to keep apart. Yes, that's the other side of the coin. But, Your Grace, the man is probably the only one who can fulfill this task. Yes. Is there an alternative to exorcism? Of course, I'll do that. All right then. First, I have to find the entrance to the catacombs under the castle. A chapel is mentioned in the records, which is found down there. That's where I guess the Black Mirror is. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Your Grace. Thank you. Good. As long as Adrian is still asleep, I can start looking for a way in. Most secret passageways in old walls have the characteristic of not being sealed completely airtight. That could help me.
Now, previously, it was down in the cellar, and then there was the grate, I think, that went down below. I wonder if that's where we're heading with this. Would need to be the kitchen. Let's look around here for her perspective on this stuff while we go.
I wanted the rabble to be stored in the hall, so that the kids that sometimes meet outside the castle don't injure themselves. But I didn't think it would be so much. There were still some old tiles stored in the cellar. If no one had saved them back then the whole floor would have had to been relaid. I don't see any way to get through this door. The Gordon family crest. A shield with blue background and 5 golden lilies.
Look at these.
I once saw such a huge globe in the museum in Moscow. It was also made of metal. I remember that Australia was only half depicted on it, because they hadn't yet mapped it out completely when they made it. The entrance to the catacombs used to be under the foundation stone, but Marcus had it sealed off. Now it's only a cellar down there. The entrance now it's...
Yeah. But that's actually where we want to go, is the cellar, I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, I'm not saying that's for sure where it is. That's where I want to go to try, and then we'll see if there's something else, if there's a problem or whatever.
The wonderful cutlery didn't survive the fire very well. I've stored the remains in boxes upstairs. I was almost killed by a ceiling beam during the first inspection with the workmen. That's why there are supports in here. The source of the fire was here in the kitchen. The room up there was the butler's room, I think.
Okay. Not really much else in here. Yeah, the cellar.
I'm sure there's wine stored in these barrels. A dustpan and brush. These are clearly too small for the current condition of the castle. The electricity in the cellar has been turned off for safety reasons, so unfortunately the light switch doesn't work. Creepy darkness. That reminds me of something very unpleasant from my childhood in the convent. The wine barrels have been empty for decades. The last generation of Gordons were tea drinkers.
We have a limited number of matches. If it were reality, I don't know how the game treats that, so I probably want to find a lantern or something if I'm gonna wander around down here. I don't know if I need to wander down here while there's no light. But I don't know of a lantern or something to take with me. A torch even would be fine. But I don't know.
The sewer system under the castle couldn't deal with all that firefighting water. 3 weeks ago, the water in the cellar was still up to my knees. It'll be months before anyone will be able to access the sewer system without diving equipment.
What? I just waste them? Okay.
The well seems to be dry.
Water pump. Don't have any kind of a sconce on the side of the wall or anything, right?
A water pump. The workmen brought it with them to pump out the cellar. This was actually only rented for a week.
So it's been here way longer than it should have been, I guess. Large lever? What does that go to? Pull this gate down or something, maybe?
That's the main switch for the cellar. The electricity has been switched off completely for safety reasons. Can't get any further here. The corner's just a last resting place for junk.
Hmm. The electricity's turned off for safety reasons. So I guess we're not turning it back on. Yeah, so I need like a lantern or something realistically. It also looks like maybe we're not going to be going through that way, though. It doesn't look like there are really any...
The entrance to the catacombs must be in the castle. I'll only get wet outside.
Not gonna be the tea room. There's no way to go underneath or anything in the tea room. At least I don't think so, but let's look around.
There are only Victoria's papers here. Bank statements, bills, and so on. They're of no use.
I'm gonna check for chat again just to make sure not missing anything. One sec here. Okay. So Mary, if you're still on the chat, how you doing? You enjoying the game? And if you're not, obviously, then you won't answer.
Black mold. According to Greg, it was caused by the extinguishing water, which offers an excellent breeding ground for molds once it's soaked into the walls. Black mold. Greg was going to repair the grandfather clock, but he never got around to it.
Repair? I mean, it's the... Okay, whatever. It seems to be working. Maybe just the hands don't move or something? I don't know.
A statue of the Virgin Mary. She was venerated for her humility and her firm belief in God. I didn't even like horses when I was a little girl. I prefer small animals. A plain marble pedestal. I almost like it more than the sculpture on it.
That's pretty much what's in here. It's got to be something in the cellar. Just need some way to not waste matches when we're down there and to look around more thoroughly. I think.
When I first came here, this room wasn't being used. I've had everything that's still usable brought into here.
Yet another clock. This one's not running. The other one was, so I don't know.
Paintings tell a lot about the period in which they were painted. Fortunately, these ones weren't too badly damaged by the fire.
Interestingly, you can hear the ticking of the clock that is not working. It's not moving or anything, but okay.
Lady Victoria was always very vigilant when I was in the room. I hardly had the chance to have a look around. Well, she'd understand now. Victoria's dressing room. The only area in this room I could have a look at. But in vain, though. There really are only clothes here. I completely forgot about the machines. As soon as all of this is over, I'll have them picked up. Just a minute. There's a syringe here with adrenaline in it. I'll take it with me just in case of an emergency.
Apparently Adrian never noticed that when he was in the room before. I guess.
The image of a beautiful woman. I'm thinking that must be Maria. Those are all things that were close to Victoria's heart. But there's nothing of interest to me there, though. Even though she was really ill in her final days, she still set great store in keeping a well-groomed appearance. There's only jewelry in here. 2 necklaces, a pair of earrings, and rings. It's all silver and stylish. Huh. The jewelry case weighs at least 5 kilos. And what is that? There's some kind of flap on the underside. But how do I open it? I can't see any keyhole or anything like that. I'll show it to Adrian as soon as he's awake. Perhaps he knows something about it.
That might be it in here. It's looking like it to me. Okay, let's go ahead and leave.
Adrian is still asleep. I'll leave him in peace.
Still didn't find... It's got to be through the cellar. She doesn't want to leave anywhere. But over here, we looked at the carpet, and it's just like, oh, could be, but no.
The floor of the library is perhaps the secret entrance.
I mean, I think it's the ladder. It's just heating ducts there. But I'm not seeing, like, any sconce on the wall that'd be holding a torch or something. It looks like this might be, but it doesn't let me interact with it. So I'm thinking it's either an electric light or just nothing. And just because of the darkness, you can't really tell. That dark corner was nothing. It might be just something with the well. Because I'm not seeing anything else. It says it's dry.
The well seems to be dry.
So that's just the same thing each time. I think it's just the same each time, right?
The well seems to be dry.
Okay, so we got nothing else except for the well being dry. It's coming down here. I don't think there is. It's not seeming like it, but just in case there's a limit on the matches, let me reload. Because we didn't get anything new with that. Oh, wait. Why is she all glowing and stuff now? What the F? What the heck happened? I'm not complaining, but that seems like a glitch. One that probably should not be happening.
The well seems to be dry.
Yeah, now it's back to the dark, non-glowing version. So the well's dry and that's it. So we're not going in the well. I did previously notice a shovel in the kitchen, but I don't think that... I could not interact with that before. I don't think I'll be able to now, right? Yeah. No. Doesn't want to go outside. Not sure. Yeah, I can't... Okay. I think we're going to save it for here for now. What I'm going to do is next week we'll continue. We'll see. We can figure out where we go from there. Made some decent progress, though. We got, like you saw, if you watch the stream, we got the rest of chapter 4, I believe it was, finished, and 5 with the exorcism that failed, and then 6 now with Sister Antolini. So, okay, that worked pretty well. All right, well, Miri and Slacer/Draina, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate the support. I will see anybody who continues to watch this next week, same time. Otherwise, in just over 7 hours, we'll be streaming more of The Witness today. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support as always, like I said. And it's a dangerous world, so stay safe out there. Stay healthy. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Till then, as always, take care. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.